Welcome to Vertical Football, and this is the five things we learned. This is Chelsea 1, Aston Villa 2. Yeah. As a Chelsea fan, I think this is a very disappointing match. We Before we came into this match, I don't think we were really optimistic. But given the way we played the first half, given the way we approached the game in the first half, the dominance, dominating territory, dominating possession, trying to create chances, scoring the first goal, going 1-0 up in the first half. I didn't expect that the trajectory of the game was going to go that way in the second half. Yeah, I feel like we manufactured our own downfall given the way we played in the second half, and looking at the way we were going into the game and not taking chance, not creating chances and burying chances. It just kept us exposed. Like one new lead in the Premier League, it is not enough. It's just obvious that it is not enough. And that is talking about Aston Villa form. I feel like they are a good team. This is their 11th straight win in all competition and 7 in the Premier League. So they are deserving of a win. But the way we approached the first half, I felt like we could have buried the game in the first half. And even if they are going to come back into the second half, they would not have the opportunity to recover all of the ones that we have done in the first half. But we left it open. We kept the margin very tight, and then they just came back, got the leveler, and eventually went on to get the winning goal. So let's talk about the match. Let's go into the 5 things. The first thing for me, I want to talk about the first half again. I would say I enjoyed the way we took possession in the first half. I liked the way we played, the way we dominated territory, the way we pushed them into their own box. We made sure that they were not creating anything up front. But what I didn't like was we were not creating high quality chances. And speaking about not creating high quality chances, I would say, because as I was watching the match, I said to myself, this is looking like a plan that Aston Villa had. So that's another perspective to it. Not the main reason why we had possession. I think one of the reasons why we had that amount of possession that we had in the first half was because Aston Villa wanted us to have this possession. And where I denoted that was, you're looking at the way they went into the duels. It's obvious that they didn't necessarily want to win these deals, both the area deals, both the ground deals. They didn't necessarily want to win these deals. They just wanted to push us into it, allow us have the ball and just push us back. Make sure they are compact, make sure they are holding their own end and just allowing us have possession of the ball. And in turn, that helped them to conserve energy and just let Chelsea keep on playing. All we do is allow them have possession, but stop them from creating high quality chance, it was successful for them. I think the only high quality chance we had in the first half was the one Enzo Fernandez missed. I was expecting him to score that, but eventually missed it. So the plan works for them. Allow these people have possession of the ball, stop them from having high quality chance, let us conserve our energy, and then when we get into the second half, we up the game and then we go on to eat them. And it works for them. It worked for them perfectly. One thing I'm just not happy with, and I'll say it again, is we should have created more chances. Find a way to create more chances, and not just creating chances alone. Bury these chances. Bury them. So that's my first thing. So let's talk about the second thing. The second thing is we need to address the issue of Chelsea playing a game of 2 halves. Yeah, we need to address that issue. Football is played for 90 minutes for a reason. Yeah, and we should not deceive ourselves. The only period where we played the game for 90 minutes should be, I think, from game week 1 to around game week 8, 9. After that period, we either have a good first half and go on to have a bad second half, or we had a bad first half and go on to have a good second half. Games cannot be played like that. We have said this times without number. Set the standard in the first half, set it as high as possible, set good quality standard, and keep up that level till the end of the game. Play it for 90 minutes. For every game that Chelsea has played for 90 minutes this season, we went on to add good performances and went on to add good results. But whenever we do these things, we just end up either getting a draw or losing the match. And we did that in the Newcastle match. Had a very bad first half and then went into the second half and played it like that was the best game of our life. And then we are coming into this one again, having a very good first half. And then we go into the second half and then we are nowhere to be found. I don't think that mentality or that way of playing the football match is accepted in this club. It is just below the level that we are supposed to be at this club. That's my second thing. So let's go into the third thing. The third thing I think is something I'm very optimistic about, which is in the transition game. I think our transition game is coming back. And I like it so much. I'm somebody who enjoyed the transition game so much. We saw it in the beginning part of Enzo Maresca's time at Chelsea. You saw Chelsea expose themselves and allow the opponents come into the game, and then all of a sudden we get hold of the ball by stealing it, and then we launch it into the attack. And you see people like Noni Madueke, you see Nicholas Jackson, you see Pedro Neto, all of them blazing up front and then going to go and create something out of it. And then all of a sudden, because we play low block teams, then we can't do transition anymore because they are all packed in their box, and then we are trying to figure it out, this, that. Then all of a sudden, I was saying in our last 5-6 matches, the transition game is beginning to show again. We allow them play into the game, and then they do stuff like crosses, and then you see Sanchez going for the claim, catches the ball, and then he initiates a fast break, initiates a counter attack, and then you just move on and go on to go and do something with it. We are not getting goals out of it, but it's part of the things that is helping us to create high quality chances. It's just remaining for us to start converting it. So I'm very, very happy that our transition game is beginning to show up again. So to the fourth thing, I would like to speak about the substitution. I want to talk about the Palmer substitution for Estevao. If that substitution have occurred when the screen of Aston Villa was not strong, the screen on their defense was not strong, that means when they have not put in Onana into the game, I would say Estevao playing in that 10 position would have been a good idea, because it was going to be very easy for him to operate. It was going to be very easy for him to do a whole lot of damage there, either by going in for himself or by moving in and trying to create chances to the left and to the right or even to the center of the pitch. But having someone like Onana there, like, the screen was so strong. What I was expecting was Estevao going on the right-hand side, and if you don't want to remove Pedro Neto, switch him to the left-hand side and remove Garnacho. That was what I was expecting from there. But him putting him there, it was close to being, I don't want to use useless. I would just say kind of like obsolete. It was rendered obsolete in the whole thing. That's why you saw sometimes he drifted into the right-hand side of the pitch, because it was easier for him to play from that place. Since Onana got into the ball, that midfield became very stronger, because that was what they were lacking. Kamara was good there, but it was not giving them the top quality defensive part of the game. He might be the guy who helps them to build up, because he is comfortable when he's turning his back to the player, just bouncing pass and making sure the passes is going sideways, distributing it. But when it comes to defending that place, I feel like he struggled a little bit. But having Onana there just gave them balance. And then you are putting Estevao into that box, that situation, man. He was not the best. It was not the best of substitution for me. When I saw it, I was like, this does not look like what will work, given the way the trajectory of the game was going. So I questioned that substitution. And speaking about another substitution, this is not about the substitution itself, but speaking about the player in the person of Liam Delap. I know he's just coming back from injury, but he's not putting a stamp on the game. He's not putting a stamp on the game. Whenever he comes into the game, he's not creating that atmosphere where you know this is going to make a difference. Not ultimately change the game, but you know this one will just make a difference in the attack. His link-up play, his hold-up play, his area duels, his grand duels, like, it's not at that level. It's not at that level, and I'm not going to judge him because we have not seen him play so much of game consistently this season. But bro, the level needs to change. Whenever he comes in, we want to see a difference in atmosphere in the attacking phase of the pitch. So I'll stop there and I'll go into the fifth thing. The last thing for me is just praises for Aston Villa. I think they are really, really in a good state of mind. You can't have 10 straight winning and still not put up performances like this. I enjoy the way they set up to play. I enjoy the plan that they came out. The first half was allow Chelsea play, limit Chelsea from having high quality chances. Don't even if you concede, don't go too far in conceding, and come into the second half, increase the tempo, strengthen the players, strengthen the midfield, and then just go on to create chances and bury your chances. And I think they executed their plan perfectly well, and that's why the results said that they got the 3 points. And it's just all praises for the players and even the managers. I enjoyed what I saw with Aston Villa in the second half. So guys, these are my 5 things. What are the things that you saw? What do you think actually went wrong in this particular match? And please just put it in the comment section. Let's talk about it. This is brought to you by Vertical Football. Till we see you some other time. Namaste.